I was 67 when I first noticed the change. My legs felt heavy, almost wooden, as I climbed the stairs to my bedroom. Just getting older, I told myself, ignoring what my body was desperately trying to tell me. 6 months later, I couldn't walk 2 blocks without stopping, my calves burning like they were on fire. What I didn't know then, what my doctor never bothered to explain, was that my circulation was slowly shutting down, starving my legs of oxygen and nutrients. By the time I understood what was happening, my vascular surgeon looked me straight in the eyes and said, if you'd come in just 3 months earlier, we could have avoided surgery completely. The truth is, poor circulation isn't just discomfort or an inevitable part of aging. It's often the first domino in a cascade that leads to amputations, strokes, and early death. What's most shocking? Most of this damage begins silently in your mid-60s, years before you notice anything seriously wrong. And it starts almost always in your legs. In this video, I'm going to reveal 5 powerful foods that can dramatically improve your circulation after 65, foods that can literally save your legs and possibly your life. These aren't just my opinions or internet myths. I've spent years researching vascular health after my own frightening diagnosis, consulting with specialists, and diving into medical research that most people never see. You'll discover which common healthy foods are actually making your circulation worse, which nutrients specifically target aging blood vessels, and exactly how to incorporate these 5 circulation-boosting foods into your daily routine for maximum benefit. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to better circulation that you can start implementing today. Stay with me until the end because the 5th food I'll share might surprise you. It's something most cardiologists actively tell their patients to avoid, yet new research shows it contains a compound that can increase blood flow to your legs by up to 53% when consumed correctly. This single addition to your diet could be the difference between maintaining your independence or becoming one of the thousands of seniors who lose their mobility every year due to poor circulation. Plus, I'll show you how to combine all 5 foods in a simple morning routine that takes just 4 minutes of your day. The first circulation-boosting food might seem obvious: dark leafy greens. But there's a specific way to prepare them that almost triples their vascular benefits. And most people get it completely wrong. Dark greens like spinach, kale, and arugula are packed with nitrates that your body converts to nitric oxide, the compound that helps your blood vessels expand and maintain their flexibility. As we age, our nitric oxide production naturally declines by up to 60% after age 65, which is why our blood vessels become stiff and narrow. Consider my friend Thomas, a 72-year-old former mail carrier who prided himself on eating healthy salad every day for lunch. Despite his vegetable intake, his legs were constantly cold, and he developed painful cramping when walking even short distances. His doctor diagnosed him with peripheral artery disease and immediately recommended medication. What Thomas didn't realize was that the way he was preparing his greens was destroying most of their circulation benefits. He was boiling his spinach, which reduces those critical nitrates by up to 80%. He was also eating his salads with oil-based dressings containing preservatives that actually impair nitric oxide production. When Thomas switched to lightly steaming his greens for just 3 minutes and dressing them with fresh lemon juice and a little olive oil, the results were remarkable. Within 3 weeks, his feet were noticeably warmer. Within 2 months, he could walk twice as far without cramping. The secret? Steaming preserves up to 90% of those crucial nitrates, while the vitamin C in lemon juice helps your body convert them to nitric oxide more efficiently. And timing matters just as much as preparation. Consuming these greens before 2 p.m. aligns with your body's natural circadian rhythm for optimal nitric oxide production. So don't just eat your greens, prepare them properly, and time them strategically to maximize their circulation-boosting power. The second food that can dramatically improve your circulation is one that's largely disappeared from modern diets: beets. But not just any beets, and certainly not the processed, jar varieties most people consume. Beets are one of nature's richest sources of dietary nitrates, even more concentrated than leafy greens. These nitrates are converted directly into nitric oxide in your bloodstream, helping your blood vessels dilate and increasing oxygen delivery to your tissues by up to 38%. This is especially crucial for leg circulation, where gravity already makes blood flow more challenging. Margaret, a 78-year-old retired teacher I met during my own recovery, had developed discolored patches on her lower legs, a sign of advanced circulation problems. Her doctor warned that ulcers might develop next, a terrifying prospect that often leads to serious complications. When Margaret added 1 cup of raw beet juice to her morning routine, the results were astonishing. Within just 4 weeks, the discoloration had noticeably faded. By 8 weeks, her skin tone had nearly normalized, and the constant coldness she felt in her feet had significantly improved. But here's what most people don't know: how you consume beets matters tremendously. Cooking beets at high temperatures destroys up to 70% of their circulation-boosting compounds. And their nitrate content is highest when they're at their freshest, ideally consumed within 3 days of being harvested. The most effective way to get beet circulation benefits is to consume them raw, either grated into salads or juiced. If you find the taste too earthy, try combining beet juice with apple and ginger, which not only improves the flavor but adds compounds that work synergistically to enhance beets' vascular benefits. For those who simply can't stand beets, fermented beet products offer a powerful alternative. The fermentation process actually increases the bioavailability of certain compounds that support vascular health. The simple addition of fresh beets to your diet 3 times a week could make the difference between maintaining healthy circulation or joining the millions of seniors whose quality of life is devastated by vascular complications. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward with our third circulation-boosting food. The third food that can dramatically improve circulation after 65 isn't blueberries or strawberries as most people might guess. It's the humble blackcurrant, a berry that's been largely forgotten in North America, but could be one of the most powerful allies in the fight against poor circulation. Blackcurrants contain an extraordinary concentration of anthocyanins, up to 4 times more than blueberries. These compounds don't just fight inflammation, they actively repair damaged blood vessel walls and improve their elasticity. This is crucial because after 65, the tiny capillaries in your extremities naturally begin to deteriorate, reducing blood flow to your legs, feet, and hands. I witnessed the power of blackcurrants through my neighbor Robert, age 76, who had developed neuropathy in his feet, a condition often caused by poor circulation. The constant tingling and numbness made even walking around his house painful. His doctor offered medication to mask the symptoms, but admitted there was nothing to be done about the underlying cause. When Robert started consuming just a 1/4 cup of blackcurrants daily, he experienced an improvement that even his doctor couldn't explain. Within 6 weeks, the constant tingling had subsided, and he could feel temperature changes in his feet again, a sign that circulation was improving. By 3 months, he had regained sensation in areas of his feet that had been numb for over a year. What makes blackcurrants so effective is a unique compound called GLA, gamma-linolenic acid, that most other berries lack entirely. This fatty acid works to keep blood platelets from becoming too sticky, a common problem after 65 that leads to reduced circulation and dangerous clots. Fresh blackcurrants can be difficult to find, but frozen varieties preserve most of their circulation benefits. Blackcurrant seed oil or high-quality supplements can also provide concentrated doses of the most active compounds. For maximum benefit, consume blackcurrants with a small amount of healthy fat, which increases the absorption of their key compounds by up to 65%. Adding this overlooked berry to your diet could be the difference between maintaining healthy blood flow and experiencing the cascade of health problems that poor circulation inevitably brings. The fourth circulation-boosting food is actually a spice that research shows may be more effective than some prescription medications for improving blood flow to your legs. It's turmeric, but not the standard grocery store powder that's been sitting in your cabinet for years. Turmeric contains curcumin, a compound with remarkable effects on vascular health. It works by stimulating the endothelium, the lining of your blood vessels, to produce more nitric oxide. It also reduces inflammation and prevents the oxidation of cholesterol, which is what allows it to build up in your arteries. After age 65, these benefits become increasingly crucial as natural vessel elasticity declines. I met Janet, 81, at a vascular health seminar last year. She had been taking circulation medication for over a decade but still couldn't walk through a grocery store without stopping to rest her legs. The side effects of her medication were also taking a toll on her overall quality of life. Janet began consuming a teaspoon of high-quality turmeric combined with a pinch of black pepper and a small amount of healthy fat each morning. Within just 30 days, she noticed she could stand for longer periods without discomfort. By 2 months, she had cut her pain medication in half, with her doctor's approval. The most remarkable change came at 3 months when she completed a full shopping trip without stopping to rest, something she hadn't been able to do in 5 years. But here's what most people don't understand about turmeric. The curcumin content of standard grocery store turmeric powder is often negligible, sometimes as low as 2%. And curcumin is very poorly absorbed without 2 critical additions, black pepper, which contains piperine, and some form of healthy fat. Without these, you'll receive virtually none of turmeric's circulation benefits regardless of how much you consume. The most effective form is fresh turmeric root, which contains natural oils that aid absorption. It can be grated into soups, smoothies, or golden milk, a traditional drink made with heated milk, dairy, or plant-based, and a small amount of coconut oil or ghee. If using supplements, look for those standardized to 95% curcuminoids and containing both black pepper extract and a fat source for absorption. What makes turmeric particularly valuable for seniors is that, unlike many prescription circulation medications, it doesn't increase bleeding risk when used appropriately, an important consideration for those already on blood thinners or aspirin therapy. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's discuss the most surprising food on our list. The 5th and most controversial food that can dramatically improve your circulation after 65 is dark chocolate, specifically chocolate with at least 70% cacao content. It's controversial because many doctors still warn heart patients away from chocolate entirely, focusing on outdated concerns about fat content while missing its remarkable circulation benefits. Dark chocolate is one of the richest sources of flavonols, compounds that have been shown to improve blood flow specifically in the smallest vessels, the capillaries that deliver oxygen and nutrients to your extremities. These tiny vessels are often the first to deteriorate as we age, leading to cold feet and hands, slow healing of cuts and scrapes on the legs, and eventually more serious complications. I saw the power of dark chocolate through my sister-in-law Elaine, who at 74 had developed painful leg cramps that would wake her 3 or 4 times each night. Her doctor dismissed it as just aging and suggested she stay on her blood pressure medication, which ironically was contributing to her leg problems by depleting her magnesium levels. When Elaine began consuming 1 ounce of 85% dark chocolate each afternoon, the results were almost immediate. Within just 1 week, her nighttime leg cramps had reduced in frequency. By 3 weeks, she was sleeping through most nights without any cramping at all. The effect was so dramatic that her doctor initially didn't believe chocolate could have been responsible until he reviewed recent studies showing flavonols improve microcirculation by up to 42%. But there's a critical caveat: not all dark chocolate provides these benefits. Milk chocolate contains almost none of the active flavonols, and even many dark chocolates are processed using methods that destroy these compounds. The processing method called Dutch processing or alkalization significantly reduces flavonol content, even in chocolates labeled as 70% or higher cacao. To get the circulation benefits, look for chocolate specifically labeled non-alkalized or that lists the flavanol content on the package. Ideally, choose bars with minimal added sugar, as sugar can counteract some of chocolate's vascular benefits. For those who don't enjoy the taste of dark chocolate, cacao nibs provide an even more concentrated source of flavanols and can be added to smoothies, oatmeal, or yogurt. And contrary to common belief, the small amount of caffeine in dark chocolate actually complements its circulation benefits by temporarily dilating blood vessels. Used correctly, dark chocolate isn't just a treat. It's a legitimate circulation therapy that addresses problems at the microvascular level, where many prescription medications fall short. Now that we've covered these 5 powerful circulation-boosting foods individually, I want to share the simple morning routine I developed that combines their benefits in just 4 minutes a day, a method that helped me avoid a second vascular surgery and has since helped hundreds of others improve their circulation. This routine centers around a nutrient-dense smoothie that delivers all 5 circulation-boosting foods in their optimal forms and proportions. Here's how to make it. Start with 1 cup of fresh or frozen dark leafy greens. Spinach works particularly well for its mild flavor and excellent nitrate content. Add a 1/4 cup of raw beet, either freshly grated or frozen chunks. Then add 2 tablespoons of black currants or black currant puree. Blend these with 1 cup of liquid. I recommend water or unsweetened almond milk. Once blended smooth, add 1/2 teaspoon of fresh turmeric or 1/4 teaspoon of high-quality turmeric powder, along with a pinch of black pepper and 1 teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil for absorption. Finally, add 1 tablespoon of raw cacao powder or cacao nibs, the unprocessed form of chocolate that delivers maximum flavanol content. Blend everything together for 30 to 60 seconds, and you have a powerful circulation-boosting drink that delivers all 5 foods in their most bioactive forms. I met George, a 79-year-old former marathon runner, who was devastated when peripheral artery disease left him unable to walk to his mailbox without paying. His doctor had scheduled him for an angioplasty, a procedure to open blocked arteries in his legs. George started this 4-minute morning routine just 6 weeks before his scheduled procedure. At his pre-surgical appointment, his vascular surgeon was shocked to find significantly improved blood flow to his legs, enough improvement that they decided to postpone the procedure and continue monitoring him. 6 months later, George was walking 2 miles daily without claudication pain, and his doctor officially canceled the procedure. What makes this routine so effective is not just the individual foods, but how they work synergistically. The vitamin C in the greens helps your body utilize the nitrates from the beets more efficiently. The fat from the coconut oil increases absorption of the turmeric's curcumin by up to 65%. And the flavanols in the cacao work at the microvascular level, while the other ingredients support larger artery function. For those who don't have a blender or prefer not to make smoothies, I've included a simple alternative protocol in the description below that delivers similar benefits using these foods in their whole form. Before we wrap up, there's something critical you need to understand about circulation problems after 65 that most doctors never explain properly. The standard medical approach to circulation treats it primarily as a plumbing problem, pipes that are clogged and need to be opened, either with medication or procedures. But this view is dangerously incomplete. Circulation issues in aging adults aren't just about blockages, they're about the progressive loss of your blood vessel's ability to expand and contract as needed, what doctors call endothelial dysfunction. This is why many people who undergo procedures like stents or bypasses find their symptoms return months or years later. The underlying dysfunction of the vessel walls hasn't been addressed. What's more concerning is that standard circulation tests often miss early-stage problems entirely. By the time most doctors diagnose peripheral artery disease, you've already lost up to 70% of blood flow to affected areas. The foods we've discussed today work because they target this endothelial dysfunction directly, helping your blood vessels regain some of their youthful flexibility. I experienced this firsthand when my vascular surgeon was puzzled by my improved circulation tests after months of dietary changes. "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it," he told me, even though he admitted he didn't fully understand how diet could create such significant changes. The truth is, conventional medical training still places too little emphasis on nutrition's role in vascular health. Most doctors spend less than 25 hours studying nutrition during their entire medical education. This isn't their fault, it's a gap in our medical system, but it means the responsibility for understanding these connections often falls to us. This dietary approach isn't about replacing necessary medical care. If you're already experiencing symptoms of poor circulation, cold extremities, slow healing wounds on your legs, pain when walking, or visible changes in skin color, see your doctor immediately. These foods can complement medical treatment, but severe circulation problems require proper diagnosis and care. What these 5 foods offer is a way to address the root causes of circulation decline, something that becomes increasingly crucial after 65, when our natural nitric oxide production drops dramatically and our vessels lose elasticity. Now that you know these 5 powerful circulation-boosting foods and how to use them effectively, take a moment to consider where you stand. Have you noticed early warning signs like cold feet, leg cramps, or fatigue when walking? Or are you currently healthy but wanting to prevent the circulation problems that affect so many people after 65? The good news is that regardless of your current situation, these dietary changes can make a significant difference. Your circulation isn't just about your legs or your heart. It affects every system in your body, from brain function to immune response to healing ability. What's most important to understand is that circulation problems don't happen overnight. They develop slowly, often over decades, which means the changes you make today, even small ones, can literally add years of mobility and independence to your life. I encourage you to start with just one of these foods if incorporating all 5 seems overwhelming. Even adding properly prepared leafy greens or a small amount of high-quality dark chocolate to your routine can begin improving your circulation within weeks. Remember that consistency matters more than perfection. These foods work by gradually improving your vascular function, reducing inflammation, and helping your body repair damaged blood vessels, processes that take time but deliver lasting benefits. Think of your circulation as a living system that responds to how you treat it. Every day that you nourish it with these foods is a day you're investing in your future mobility, independence, and quality of life. Thank you for joining me today. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. In our next video, I'll be sharing the 5 warning signs that your circulation is already compromised, subtle symptoms that appear long before more serious problems develop. You won't want to miss these critical early warning signals that could save you from serious complications down the road. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.